Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for July. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am going to take a second to remind everybody that these are general readings. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of July week by week. And as always, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, I have the energy of the sign of Gemini. What would you like Gemini to know for July? All right, Gemini, we are starting out with the Page of Swords. Let's see what's crossing that. Being crossed by the Queen of Swords. In the distant past, we have the Star card in the reverse. Underlying, we have the Ten of Cups. And what's on your mind is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. All right, so I feel like you're kind of checking somebody out. You're spying on somebody. You're, curious. You're looking into this person, not in a creepy way. And, just like curious, right? I do feel like you've went through in the past some emotional instability. I do feel like, there were ups and downs. You were feeling a little hopeless for a while. Now, the person you're spying on here currently are looking, and I hate to say spying because that sounds so like creepy, but it's not. You're just curious about somebody. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. I do feel like you feel that you're in control of this situation. Now, this could be somebody from the past that you kind of felt things were a little hopeless for a while, and now you're kind of checking to see, is this person open to talking, open to conversation? I do feel like you've had to put up some pretty strong boundaries with this person. Well, why is all this happening? Well, because of the Ten of Cups, and that's complete emotional satisfaction. And that's what you're really looking for here. But you're realizing, Gemini, that you have to have boundaries in order to receive that. What's on your mind? Well, love is. Some of you are, pouring that love into yourself. Others are hoping for a very loving relationship, whether it's with someone from the past or whether it is with someone new. You do have love on the brain. A lot of you, though, are kind of looking backwards at the past. Yeah, strong Aquarius energy, by the way. Let me see what's happening for you in July. Show me July for Gemini. All right, so Ten of Swords. So you've gone through this painful ending. Yeah, this is what's caused this emotional instability. Now, don't stress out because, this may be where you're beginning. It doesn't necessarily mean that's where you're going to end up. All right, because tens are generally about ending of a cycle. So I do see something has been very painful for you. Let me see how is Gemini showing up. King of Pentacles, you're working on your money. You're working on your stability. So that's good. That's really good energy for you. A lot of stability there. Let me see the energy coming towards Gemini in July. Somebody that's experiencing a lot of anxiety. Nine of Swords. Yeah, somebody here is like literally losing sleep. This person's going to be approaching you. Show me Spirit's advice for Gemini. Show me Spirit's advice. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Spirit is cautioning you not to be selfish. There's also a sense here for some of you could be doing a little bit of, self-medicating. So there's a caution with regard to that as well. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of July for Gemini. Show me the outcome at the end of July for Gemini. Six of Cups in the reverse. You're letting something go. You're letting either a person or a connection or possibly just an experience. You're releasing past energy, though. Interesting. All right, so the bottom of the deck, look at that. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. So I definitely see that there is a divine, you know, couple here. There's a divine relationship. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But as an underlying energy also, I definitely feel like you are really working at nurturing yourself. You're working at your stability. You're working at being a good father or a mother. I just feel like you're trying to improve yourself here. So let's clarify your reading, Gemini. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here for Gemini? Yeah, Eight of Cups in the reverse. You're looking back at the past here, Gemini, in your current energy. You're looking at somebody, possibly an Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but you're looking back at somebody who walked away or you walked away from. Why is the Queen of Swords here? This is somebody that you've put up some pretty strong boundaries. You may be checking to see, do they want to talk? Are there any regrets here? Is this person, you know, is there love still in the connection possibly? Let me see why the Star card is here. I feel like you went through a difficult time after this ending, and you may still be going through it. All right, King of Pentacles in the reverse. This person hasn't moved forward. I feel like they're trying to, but there's some stuck energy here. I feel like also, Gemini, you may have felt stuck. You may have felt like something here wasn't proceeding. It wasn't moving forward in a positive or stable manner. And I feel like at some point you just kind of gave up on this, but now you're kind of revisiting it, even if it's just in your mind. Let me see why the Ten of Cups is here. Yeah, you want success. You want success. You want complete emotional contentment here. You want your Ten of Cups. So, and that's why all this is happening. And you are focused on it. So let me see, why is the Ace of Cups here for Gemini? The High Priestess. Yeah, you're following your intuition with regard to love. Yeah. I do see Scorpio energy here. So some of you may have a Scorpio in your life. Others of you may be thinking about getting a tarot reading or a psychic reading, or even just perhaps discussing, you know, the situation with somebody that you highly respect, a spiritual leader of some sort. I do feel like most of you are using your intuition with regard to love. You definitely want love in your life. You want success. You want emotional contentment. And you've really gone through a lot that was other than that. So let's look at July. Spirit, show me July for Gemini. What I like about your reading so far, Gemini, is that even though I can see you've gone through a difficult time, I do feel like you are focusing in a very positive manner, you know? All right, so let's see what we have. We have the Strength card in reverse, Queen of Wands reversed, Ten of Wands, King of Wands reversed. You could have been dealing with a karmic. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups reversed. That could have been a new person though. The Fool in reverse. A lot of reversals here, and that tells me that, you know, there could be some karmic element to this. We have the Lovers. There's the King of Pentacles. That's what you're showing up as. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed, Three of Coins, and the Empress in reverse. So let's talk about July, Gemini. I do see that you're coming into July and you have this sense of betrayal, this sense of deep pain here over an ending. And I feel like you're carrying that pain and it's leading to fear. There is a need for you to work on that, to work on yourself, because it's actually causing you a lot of problems. It's causing a lot of inaction, a tremendous amount of inaction. It's kind of lowering your ability to feel passionate about life, and it's just weighing you down. There's a sense here in the first week that all of this fear, because you fear you're not only bringing the past with you, those past emotions and fears of this happening again, but you're bringing that into new connections is the thing. And you could be actually sabotaging newer connections. I do see that in the first week of July, that fear is causing you not to act. It's causing you not to really enjoy life the way you want. There's a sense of feeling overwhelmed, like everything is just problematic. In the second week, I do feel like that the inaction that you've had, the sense of overwhelming, is causing you not to invest in some sort of a newer connection. And it's actually sabotaging that connection. I don't see that working out. And again, it comes back to fear, because you don't want to take a risk with this new person. You're afraid of the same thing happening. So I do feel, though, that by the middle of the month into the third week, there is a sense here of there being some sort of intervention, spiritual intervention. I do see you working. That's when you go into full gear, working on your own stability here. I feel like a lot of you have a choice here with regard to love. There's a big choice with regard to love with a new person. And some of you may feel that you have a choice between someone from your past and this new person. If that's the case, you will likely go towards the person from the past. That's not for everybody, but if there is a choice, it looks like you would likely go towards the past. In the third week, I definitely feel like there's a lot of prayer that's going on. There's a recognition of fear, and I see you at that point. I see you really kind of working on your own money, working on your stability, trying to make yourself as stable as you can be. There is somebody here that you may feel has lied to you, or is just not talking to you. There's a lack of communication in the fourth week with somebody that you may have at one point put on a pedestal. There's either no communication, or you don't feel that this person's being honest with you. So in the fourth week, again, I see you working on your own stability. I see you really focused on that. I do see you being cooperative with others. I see you working together with others to create something, which is very nice. It may not come to fruition by the end of the month, but it's something that you are working on, and there's further nourishment or further attention that needs to go into this project before it really shines itself up. I also feel like by the end of the week, you are realizing that there is a need for you to look at your own value, your own self-worth here, if you're going to create the stability that you're looking at. So basically what I'm seeing in the month of July, Gemini, is you kind of coming to terms with a lot of past pain and a lot of fear. There's a tremendous amount of fear, and I see you kind of stabilizing yourself, working out the kinks so that you are stable. So let's see your energy. Show me how Gemini is showing up in this reading. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of processing going on in July, Gemini. All right, we have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Three of Swords reversed. There it is. It's healing. You're doing a tremendous amount of healing. I do see you talking to somebody here, or wanting to talk to somebody from your past. I do see that, you know, this person is somebody that you haven't had much communication or any communication with. You could have had a conflict. Now, if you do talk with this person, I have to be honest with you. I do see that there is going to be some conflict, but that conflict is going to lead to healing as well. it's gonna, because this person maybe broke your heart. There's a sense of you having had a broken heart. I see it in the beginning of July. There's going to be a conversation with somebody here. It will lead to conflict, but at the same time, it's going to lead to healing as well. So it's an important conversation. Let me see who's approaching you. Show me who is approaching Gemini in the month of July. Who's coming towards Gemini? All right, we have the Two of Coins. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. You could be involved with another Gemini or a Libra or an Aquarius. We also have Taurus energy here. Five of Swords and the Hierophant. So I'm seeing a couple energies here. I do see somebody that is from your past. Yeah, it's the person that you've been kind of checking up on, looking at. This person has been very cutting in the past. I do feel like this person perhaps was, there was a conflict and things got very nasty with this person. I feel like this person, you know, the Queen of Swords in the reverse is known as the bitch card. So this person, I feel like this person thinks about you a lot. This is somebody from your past. I do feel like there are feelings and emotions here, but there's also a lot of arrogance. This person, it's going to lead to a fight. I do feel like it's going to lead to a fight with this person. This is somebody from your past who you were in a commitment with. And I do feel like this person is trying to regain their balance. They may be having some financial problems as well. And this kind of causes them to be angry and possibly even a little bitter and definitely cutting. So be careful if you are having a conversation with a past person that you have kind of been checking to see, are they open to talking to me? Are they, you know, have they walked away from this, you know, entirely? Because it does look like it's going to lead to a bit of a difficult situation. Now, I'm also seeing somebody else who is in your energy here. This could even be an employer, because I see you having a conflict with somebody, and this person has some sort of a position of authority or leadership. And there is going to be some sort of conflict, possibly about money. Yeah, so be very careful with that person, because they're not going to be nice either. So it looks like you're going to have some conflict, and it's coming from other people. Focus on you this month. Remember to do a lot of prayer. Focus on your own money, your own stability here. Let's see Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice for Gemini in July. All right, Two of Cups, Six of Swords reverse, and the King of Swords. So Spirit is saying that the way for you to step into your power is to not be selfish, and to work at cooperativeness, being more loving, more partnership, more, you know, reaching out to others. Don't be stuck in old ways. Don't be selfish. Don't think only of self and only of what you want. There's a need here for you to be honest with yourself. There's a need for you to have honest and clear communication, and definitely be cooperative. Be a team player if you don't want to get stuck in chaos. All right. So let me see. And that makes a perfect sense with what I'm seeing in your reading. Let's see the outcome. So for some of you, this could be even a work situation that's here. I'm not entirely sure. Take what resonates for you. All right, so we have the Chariot. Yeah, you're releasing and letting something go. You're moving forward. Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Now that's the energy coming towards you. So the person that, the people or the person that is coming towards you, they're very concerned that you're moving forward, that you're letting them go, that you're releasing them. I feel like this has been up in the air for quite some time. I feel like you've kind of waffled back and forth about whether or not you wanted to continue this or move forward. But ultimately, by the end of the month of July, Leo, I don't even know why I said that. By the end of the month of July, Gemini, I see you actually moving forward and letting somebody or something from the past go. And I do feel like it's going to be very successful, although I'm also seeing that you're concerned about it. You're worried about it. This is why you've kind of, you know, gone back and forth about whether you should move forward. But I do feel like I feel like it's your choice, and I feel like you are going to move forward. It is going to be successful. And I do feel like the person from the past, it's going to really make them upset that you're moving forward. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands reversed, underlying energy. And it does indicate here as an underlying energy that there are blockages. And these blockages are what is preventing you from coming together with your ideal partner, your ideal person. I would have to say that a lot of these blockages appear to be internal, but there could also be some external. Somebody could be trying to block your money, particularly if this is an employer situation or a partnership situation. So just know that you do have success coming, but it's going to come with the price of you letting something from the past go. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle for you. I'm pulling for Gemini. Pulling for Gemini. Yeah, cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow or shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. So guys, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but when you cleanse and detoxify your body, that's the vessel that your spirit is within. And it also affects you on an emotional manner, on a spiritual way. It cleanses and detoxifies you in so many more ways than just the physical body. So this is an indication that you do need to cleanse and detoxify. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Gemini, namaste.